Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. Subscribe to the channel. We just got a major update on the FBG cash situation. Go ahead, like this video. Hit the subscribe button if you listen to the voice right now. Basically, 81st and Gresham, you know where FBG cash got hit at, is actually the same place where King Von grew up at. That's where King Von originally is from. So the fact that Cash months ago went to the Von mural, took a picture with it, sticking the middle finger up, it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, especially a lot of people in that were close to Von or that lived in that specific neighborhood that Cash was seen riding around at. And it seems like, they were targeting him for quite some time, a few months, and basically they were scrambling around the country trying to figure out where's the whereabouts of FBG Cash and how are they going to get him next. And, if you've been paying attention to FBG Cash's Instagram the last couple of months, you will see that he's been going to all these different places playing bingo. One time he was in Tennessee. He was in the South playing bingo. He went to Texas to a bowling alley where he was with Fredo Bang and a lot of all these people he was showing. And so it seemed like FBG Cash was steady just moving around and kind of trying to spend his money a certain way, but without having to be in Chicago. But, after a while, eventually, Chicago, it's like a magnet. Where he's from, the old hood is like a magnet. And he decided that he was going to go back for whatever reason. There are funerals going around that week. There was a lot of stuff that was happening that he could have been pulling up for. But ultimately, allegedly, the people who was after him, they could have easily used the girl to kind of get his location. Now, whether she had slipped up and accidentally posted an Instagram story or a Snapchat story or Facebook story of them being somewhere, whether it was that or whether it was the fact that she could have been communicating through text, through Telegram, through apps, and she could have been talking to her friends, her girlfriends and whatnot, saying how she's bragging about being with a rapper. She's bragging about how she's with FBG Cash and you're not. And her friends that are girls that she could be in a group chat with saying this stuff to, well, turns out that, they have boyfriends too. And those boyfriends, they're from certain streets, certain neighborhoods, who maybe they don't think of FBG Cash too light in a nice way, right? They might be his ops. So she could have been talking too much and just recklessly did it in a way to where the persons that was listening to her or that was looking at the stuff she was posting could have put two and two together and try to find her car in traffic. That was her car, not FBG Cash's car. FBG Cash don't own that type of car. The last car I seen FBG Cash in was the ones that he posted on his Twitter, and it was a Rolls Royce. And it was a Rolls Royce, Maybachs, and Bentleys. That's what FBG Cash would be in, But this time he's in this girl's car. She looked like she got basically just like a regular car, a SUV. Some people will call it a bucket. Some people will say this, say that, but it's a regular car. So these guys didn't have to go and be looking for FBG Cash in some fancy or rare car. Actually, they were looking for the girl in her car. So if, let's say FBG Cash has his hoodie up, right? And he's riding, well, the people that are looking for him, all they have to do is verify that the girl that's her car and that's the girl like in the car. So they're like, really, in order to find FBG Duck that morning, all you had to do was find the girl he was with's car and confirm that it was a girl in the passenger and it was a black man in the driver. And with that color car, that plate number and everything, like, don't forget, they got plate numbers. This girl could have said, she could have dry snitched. Basically, she could have never even mentioned like where she was, but she could have said something about riding around with FBG Cash. She could have said something like that, and then the ops go digging on her page and find a picture of her standing next to her car, and look in the background, it has her license plate number in it. So boom, they get the plate number, they get the description of the car, and they already know what the girl looked like, and they already know what FBG Cash looked like. So they know he's going to be just having a hood up or some sort and sweatpants, like the normal outfit disguises that every street guy in Chicago wears. Nike sweats with the hood up and the hood drawstrings pulled, whether you got a True Religion hoodie, a polo hoodie, or a Nike hoodie. So that's really what they were looking for, was the license plate on the car color, and that it wasn't just somebody driving alone, but it was two people in the car. So when the people figured it out, they had it. They knew exactly where it was, man. And you could even go further as to, like, if somebody had the girl's iCloud email or phone number, they could find my iPhone her. And they could have really just been going around town like they had a real deal tracking device, like an AirTag or a Find My iPhone. And then it gets to 81st and Gresham, and they say, hold on, it says that the dot in front of us is the car. Or it says we're on the same street as the car, let's get closer. And they get closer, and the only car that they're next to is the one that says is the dot, and hop out, and they do what they do, man. So, you know, this is scenarios of how they could have got the drop. It could have been beforehand, like she could have been trying to persuade him into hanging out with her and coming to Chicago just for her. And if that happened, then that's premeditated. You have to look at the premeditated into that too. The conspiracy for planning and plotting, all this stuff, right? So now you have to figure out, who is this girl talking to? Can we get her phone records released? And if we already see the picture of FBG Cash, then like we need to see that picture of the girl and who she is, and try to figure out so that we can tie and see, okay, is she in the clear, or people are going to still have to kind of keep an eye on her? Because if we can figure out, you know, who she is and what she's doing, and quickly, so we can try to attempt to clear her name, right? Otherwise, if we don't know who she is and they don't, you know, kind of give us details about that, then how is anybody supposed to do any kind of thorough discovery on what actually happened and who this girl is tied to? Because you have to, you know, we got to rule out whether she was in communications with the people that wanted to do a drill on him in the first place. And so it all starts from there. And, you know, we're going to get to the bottom of it. But in the meantime, man, it's rest in peace to FBG Cash. RIP to FBG Duck. Too many people gone, man. These Chicago legends, really. And subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, man. Share this video. And I want you guys to comment down below exactly what you think.